Hey guys, what's going on? Hope you're having a good weekend. Weekend? What the heck? How about a good week? 13 minutes late. Slow internet. I couldn't get it to make a connection. Let's get started. I got some recommendations for you at the very beginning. Hanna-Barbera, Valley of the Dinosaurs. Yeah. Did you watch that in the 70s? I did. It's a fun romp, even today. I couldn't remember that much about this mid 70s cartoon from Hanna-Barbera. So, had to have it. And I've watched it. It's wonderful, wonderful stuff. Another one that a little bit more dated from the 70s from Hanna-Barbera, Sea Lab, not Skylab, uh, 2020. And of course, that's been on Adult Swim that they kind of send it up. So I kind of wanted to get it. It's like like a lot of things in the 70s, save the ecology. Um, maybe watch it with your grandkids or kids, or great grandchildren. You know, uh, it's okay. You know, it's it's part of my cartoon watching history. Um, they Shall Not Grow Old. Wonderful documentary on a lost generation, the generation, and I believe it's colorized World War II footage. No, World War One. Man, okay. Less than 2 minutes in, and I'm making mistakes. But yeah. Hey, mate. What's up? Are you from the UK? There's your wrench. Straight straight out of what? Uh Coruscant. Okay. Star Wars. Gotcha. Coruscant. Never seen that word before. I've heard it said. Good thing I've heard it, in Star Wars. Just giving some recommendations. Gunsmoke movie collection. Of course, older Matt Dillon by this time, but a lot of fun. It's got Return to Dodge, The Last Apache, and To the Last Man. Very nice. Uh, I highly recommend Gunsmoke. I think I have almost like the first 10 or 12 seasons. I don't know, but here's 1 through 4. Uh, Chester, and I still haven't reached the year when Festus, but replaced Chester as the deputy. But I highly recommend these big, like 4 seasons in each one. Hey, Renee, good to see you. Michael says hi too. Okay, hi. I haven't talked to him in a while. Robert Marshall. Well, you or Rex, are you going to a special show for episode 100? Yes, I am. Yes, I am, and it's coming up, isn't it? Uh, Robert, I went to school with. Fight Seniors 84. So there you go. Yeah, Gunsmoke, some good stuff. Starts in the mid 50s. Doesn't even make it out of the 50s in the first 4 seasons, I think. But wonderful old vintage, uh, you know, stuff. Now I've used this. This is a wonderful. This is on the back of that Jack Kirby book, where Jack Kirby's pictured in 1949. I always had to look to make sure, but Lone Ranger ad. You know, old Lone Ranger from 1949, advertising for $1, for $1. Your silver bullet ball pin set. So they're pins and they're like in a little, I assume, little leather holder. I don't know. I really haven't read the ad, but wonderful old ad from 1949 on the back of that. Um, yeah, it's good to see you, Robert, in the chat. Uh, Here's some game pieces. I'll just set these out right here to get ready to show you. Get the fuzz off of that one. And some McDonald's things. Thai babies were all the rage at one time. And I do have the whole set here. And I don't even know how I acquired the set. I think my mother acquired it for me. Somebody was having a yard sale or something, had them for like $1 a piece because they all had the little round stickers priced. put that back, and then I can put them back in there in a minute. But here's Irwin the bear. It's collect all 4, and this benefits the Ronald McDonald House. These are like giveaways, I guess, through Ronald McDonald at one time through McDonald's. Shows the whole set here on the back and talks about the Ronald McDonald House. But yeah, little baby bears, which was all the rage at one time, and collectible there for a while. I mean, they got outrageous. I know a guy that had Thai. I mean, he's got thousands of them over there in Newport, and I think he's shown me some pictures or something of them. But this is the one from Ireland, has a little shamrock on it, and it's green. Here's the one from England, which has the little England, has Big Ben back here, and the English bear even has a top hat here in red, or bowler hat. Yeah, it just shows the whole collection right there on back, which is pretty cool. Big old long cards on these things, so I have to put them in a long flat here. And this one for America, the Glory the bear with the American flag on it and the Liberty back there. And Maple the bear from Canada, showing some people doing some hockey on the ice back there. Collect all 4. I've got all 4 of them, so there we go. Here's an old thing that a friend gave me a while back. Yeah, it's kind of it's adjustable, so it's kind of long, but it's a gas mask from the 1950s, from like the Korean War, I believe. So hell, Hiawatha, just trying on that old gas mask. You'd put your like filters in this thing, unscrew it, and I don't know if it's complete, but it's a pretty neat item. Pretty neat item from the Korean War, I believe. You never know what you're going to see on this show. My thumbnail today was one of Steve Ditko's early 70s, mid 70s, 1975, Mr. A comic. And, since Ditko's death, of course, Ditko co-created with Stan Lee Spider-Man, and he created a like character to Mr. A, which was the Question for Charlton Comics. And he created Doctor Strange, so and other, characters. I think he created Captain Atom. I'm not sure. We're going to look at some comics that I've got in box 206 today, because I've got about 240 short boxes, about 30,000 comics. Wow. And this is my second collection, because my first one burned up that I had from childhood on up. You're going to see a lot of 80-page giants in this one. I kind of scanned to see what was in this box. One of my favorite characters, of course, created in 1940, Police Comics #1, Plastic Man. I don't know if you can see that really well. Let me get a comic board and put that up against. He's all stretched out. Love his costume. He used to have a cartoon in the 70s. Just a wonderful game piece. I would pick these up at the comic shop for about 50 cents a piece. Why not, man? And sometimes I would pick up things that were kind of like D&D things. This is Champion 90. So whatever that is. But a little bit larger double base there for it on a horse with his sword and cape and everything. Nice detailing. I know you can only see it so close. I get it real close. It's maybe out of focus. Yeah, that's a little better. You can see my well manicured hands and stuff. Got a haircut today and a shave, and got to leave some stubble on there. I just have her whack it down, But yeah, there's Plastic Man. Really like what they did with him. It's not focusing too well, is it? Oh well. And then we have Black Manta, the big villain for Aquaman with his trident, which is really nice. These are, kind of small, so they're hard to see, but nice detailing on them. Really enjoyed collecting them. Here's another one of those that is Martyr 74. Okay. Has some kind of symboled. Let, let that focus. Get it out of focus. Yeah. Has some kind of stanza there, something, and a sword. I never played the games with these. I just collect them. And then this is from one of the Marvel Mutant books. Was it Generation X? I may be wrong, but Mirage, wonderful Pegasus type horse, wonderful detailing on the wings and everything. It's pretty neat. Double. She has her little bow and arrow there, which I think is like an energy type arrow. But yeah, some nice game pieces. A little bit larger. And, what a deal for 50 cents. That's generally on some of them I may gave $1, if they looked really nice. We'll just leave those guys right there. They can duke it out. Plastic Man versus Black Manta. I doubt that's ever happened, but I'd like to see it. So what's everybody doing? Kind of middle of the week. What's everybody doing? One other thing I have before we get started on the comics, my Yemeni Shofar. Still have the sticker on there from Israel. This is, a Yemenite, large Yemenite shofar, been drilled out where you can blow it. Out of practice. You actually don't try and blow through it. It's kind of effortless. You just inhale and then exhale through it, and then the vibration of your lips sends the sound out in it. This one must have had a bump or something. They kind of hacked it away there. This is semi polished. I didn't want all the natural roughness out of it. This is from a Kadu from Africa. So you can imagine, this being on how large, can't even get it in the frame, how large that would have been on the animal, and they come larger than this. I forget the measurements. You have to kind of measure around because it corkscrews around. It's probably about a 43, maybe longer than that. I prefer the either semi-polished or fully rough ones because I think it has better sound. Because as your breath goes through it, and there's a whole teaching on this. This has been called silent prayer. You know, um, when you blow it, and kind of a call to victory too. But you have like a thin, thick, thin, thick. You can see the texture on this, and if they polish it and smooth it out, it it will lose some of that sound. Now you have the inside. I mean, it's you know, it's kind of got Jewish teaching on it and kind of Jewish Christian teaching on it, which is quite interesting. And maybe I'll do a special thing just on this. I really need to watch my old tapes to re-up myself on some of the significance of the shofar. But yeah, actually, I ordered this and bought it and came in, and the guy didn't charge me. He gave it to me as a gift, which is remarkable. And one like this today would probably run about $200. I think when I ordered it was about 165. I don't know. Depends on where you get it from. But these things are taken from the animals. I don't know if they process the animals, or they just cut the horns off, or what, and they regrow. I don't know. But yeah, this has been an old tradition. You can get short ram's horns and stuff, but it's interesting, the whole teaching about removing the flesh, because bone marrow would be in here. And actually, like, this is hair. All horn is hair. It's just tightly compact hair. A rhino's horn, that's hair. Believe it or not, it's not bone. It's not calcium or anything. It's tightly compact hair. That's what this is made out of. It's hard to believe, but all antlers and horns are made out of tightly compact hair. It's kind of remarkable, you know. But they have to kind of boil it, get the flesh out, and there's a whole teaching about that, right? Not to be in the flesh and everything. Take the flesh out, and penetrated by the Holy Spirit. If they have to drill this piece, cut the tip off, drill this out, and then polished and refined, just like God polishes and refines you over time. Oh, there's a great teaching on the shofar. And maybe I'll make a special video out of that, because it is quite nice. Good to see you, Hiawatha, Lorenzo says. Yes, it is. Good to see Renee in here too. Everybody say Renee and others. And straight out of Coruscant is first time person here. And I did give him a wrench, him or her. Who knows, on YouTube. You two will be around for your show. You two will be around for your show. Okay. If Lorenzo had said that, I would go ahead, Lorenzo, and drop your link to your show tonight. I'll try and make an appearance on that. I've been very, very busy trying to get things cleared out, dusted off, and ready to move in here from my mother's house. And trying to work on that book. I just didn't feel that well yesterday. Kind of lack of energy. I shouldn't say feel well, but so I didn't get anything done on that. I always think about, now how am I going to do this? Been tweeting, sometimes that inspires me, some of the artwork, some of the that people do. And so if my Twitter link's up top, and my campaign also, Black and White campaign. Yeah. Check out the Slee Stack In show tonight at 7, 8 Eastern. We discuss comics, gaming, sci-fi, fantasy, and more. Yep. It's great to have panelists with diverse opinions on the Slee Stack-ins. It's always great for that. Justice League of America, or JLA, 80-page giant, number 1. This is from 1998. I do like to, look at the names of the characters that's in it, and one that doesn't like Plastic Man get a lot of love, Red Tornado. Gave $4.49 for that, which was a pretty good price. This is Kevin. Is it McGuire? I always forget his name. McGinnis, maybe. Plus scores of supervillains, it says down here. Price wise, this was $4.95 and I gave $4.49. I think I got a good deal. $2,099 unlimited, number 1. I have several of these. The premiere of Hulk, $2,099. So I do believe that this is the first appearance of Incredible Hulk from $2,099. That's set in the future. Of course, you have Spider-Man $2,099 up there as well. Gave 77 cents for that one. Probably got that from another thing. I know I got some of that a lot of that $2,099 stuff from From when I bought the store or that comic store out after my fire. Um, Gave $10 for this, but this was signed. I was looking for some signed stuff. This is Fathom number 2. It's doubly signed. And I believe, uh, yeah, Michael Turner here in silver, and I'd have to look at the credits. I think, let's see. Yeah, let me get my magnifier. It's so small. Corey, Koi, Gorder. I don't know if that's a writer or what, but Michael Turner artwork. Michael Turner signed in silver, and then Corey signed it up here in black. So I was trying to get stuff before. I mean, he's been dead a while, but there's Michael Turner in the silver down there. Can't hardly see it on that white background, gray background. And then this is so much thinner up here with Corey's signature. But I was trying to get some Michael Turner signed things, and some of the cheaper things are from his Aspen brand, his actual comic brand. $10, not too bad. Again, Michael Turner and Corey signed this, and 2 others. Maybe I say the credits. Beth Sotelo, I guess, and Dreamer Design. I don't know. This is from November 2004. I would say another Michael Turner cover. Yeah, is that right? Yeah, Michael Turner cover. Had to look for a signature. This is Fathom Dawn of War Canon number 1. So 4 signatures on this one right here. Oh, was off camera. Here, and here. Here's Corey's in black and Michael Turner's there, I believe, in silver again, which again is kind of hard to see. I think I got it right there. But signed for 4 times. Key books, I don't know, but signed 4 times for $10. Not too bad. Got these off eBay. Wanted to have some signed Michael Turner stuff before it just became scarce, Hey, Dave from Genuine Comics. He's over there in the Netherlands. Good to see you, brother. Another signed Michael Turner one and 4TKO here. And that was on that one as well. And there's Corey's. This is signed 4 times by in another Michael Turner cover. At least they're Michael Turner covers, and he signed them. Oh, it has the names on the back. Stegward, Turner, Turnbull, and Kroll. I don't know. $7.99 on this one. 4 signatures. I like multiple signatures. What if one of these guys became president? I don't know. President's signatures really don't go for that much. Hey, good stuff. Hope you're editing some stuff. Can't wait to throw some money your way. Yeah, he's going to do some editing for me when he finds time. That's fine. Let's see. Now, they had an art series, and this is like after Vincent Van Gogh, Uncanny X-Men number 508. Yeah, a little different take. I wonder whose ear that is. Done in the style of Vincent Van Gogh, sort of brushwork. So that's kind of gave $7.90 for it. Once I saw these, I was like, oh yeah, those are pretty neat. And Wolverine's original costume that doesn't always get a lot of play, kind of distressed cover around the edges there a little bit. Very Kirby looking, really. Incredible Hercules, though. This is a variant cover, I'm sure. Gave $5 for it. What a deal. That's probably about cover price. Number 128. Wonderful Wolverine cover, really, in his old costume, his original costume. Very Kirby on the way it's inked. I mean, these zigzag ink lines like on his leg and stuff, just very reminiscent of Kirby, blocky type figure. Good stuff says, I was waiting to see if you had any special requests on what to put it in. But I can start whenever. Just give me the word. Okay. Yeah. Uh, yeah. I was just like best of, and if you can check out, I mean, like you can pick out some of the oldest comics or some of the rarest items. I mean, I've got original artwork, production artwork I've shown. Look, I scratched myself red. Um, I can pick. Yeah, man. You've got good taste. So you just go right ahead, brother. Knock yourself out. Um, but also an opener, you know, showing some of this great, glorious stuff. I mean, this one I like shown, I'm kind of proud of it and it was a gift. I didn't pay a thing for it. And he paid a pretty hefty about, I don't want to say, but yeah, he paid not a lot, but I mean, a lot, the one and only Avengers color guide to first appearance of Captain America since the golden age, well, really the 50s, for a while anyway. And this is one of the most homage and tributed covers of all time, I mean, and it's a one of a kind item. So yeah, I'm proud of this. The color guide to Avengers #4. So yeah, stick that in one. Yeah, and you'll find that me showing it off. And if there's something you need me to like that, really didn't get a good look at it, then I'll show it again, and you can clip that and put it in something. Um, this from Serious Comics, one of three. And yes, Blue Harvest Toys is here from the UK. Must have ended your stream, huh? Hope you saw some good stuff on TV. Um, Pez section 2. Oh yeah, man. I mean, I've shown a bunch of rare Pez. I mean, still have these here, like the backwards Miss Piggy. Her feet are going one way and her head the other. And, the internal workings have to be just put in backwards, or a backwards Fozzie Bear. And my wonderful sound effects. I got to put this thing up, but it's kind of nice joke. Um, Chlor, #1 of 3. Animal Mystic's in this too. And Animal Mystic had a acetate cover, a wonderful Wizard Ace edition done of it. And that was my first exposure to that character. But Animal Mystic's pretty cool. I don't know if Chlor's out of that, but from Serious Comics, kind of an obscure independent book that came out. Gave 251 for that. I like the Alien one. Okay. What Alien one was that? Yeah. Yeah, just pick toys, all kinds of stuff, and do best of. What could I sell for $165,000? Ooh, what could I sell for? Hmm. You mean one of my collectibles? I don't think I have anything worth that. Um, Yeah, Blue Harvest. If you haven't dropped Blue Harvest, I'm always dropping my link. Drop your link, please, in the chat. He has wonderful covers, Star Wars, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of toys. Not too long ago, I finished off the old toy box. I hope you got to see that one with $6 Million Man and all. The engine he used to pick up and everything. Kind of disjointed, kind of dirty. I'm gonna have to do some restoration on some of that stuff. There's his link. So check out Blue Harvest. He's over there in the UK. Yeah, drop that link anytime you want. This is Chlor #2. It is artwork, but it looks like leather and bone and whatnot. So, uh, yeah. I showed kind of the toys and stuff early on in this one, Blue Harvest. Even showed off my shofar. Uh, so if you missed that and you want to go back, check it out. There's no turning back. We got to go forward. Yeah, again, I apologize for missing a couple days. There a few days ago. My foot just seized up on me for some reason. I don't know what the problem was. Couldn't hardly walk on it for that first day. Not even with Stan Lee's signature on it. No, Stan Lee signed a bunch of stuff. A top signature on his, maybe on an old, key book, maybe $3,000. I mean, that's an old one, and graded at that, slabbed. Here's Clore number 3. I really like these independent, obscurer. This was serious comics and a little bit more widely distributed. I gave $2.51 for this one, $4.32 for this one, Brutal Planet. Interesting stuff that you usually don't see. Here's Brutal Planet. Gave $4.32 for that one. Interesting logo. See the moon behind there. It's real faint. Sort of a predator type thing coming towards you. And as far as numbering, I don't know. It doesn't give you much information, year, date, anything. Just says Kimball Dark One at the bottom. So just part of a series, I guess 1, 2, and 3. Interesting on the cover, on the color. Man, I go to say color and I say cover. I go to say cover and I say color. What's up with that? Omega Force, 1995, and Jonah Cagley did it. Dark Secrets miniseries. This is 1 of 3. Omega Force. I wonder if this is a wraparound cover. I don't know. They're heading off that. Probably not, but heading off in that direction. Omega Force. I'm always interested in these obscure, because I don't know what's going on. If I've read one, I got 25 cents for that. Maybe getting in some of those that I got at Hastings. Omega Force. This is from Entity Comics, but I don't think the first one was published by Entity Comics. Could have been, but sometimes you'll see that. I know with KA Comics, which is real obscure, they switched like on their 3rd issue to somebody else that was better known. Entity Comics, number 1, issue 1 here of Omega Force. A lot of black, so condition sensitive. Really got a great deal when Hastings closed out, although it was a sad time. And early on, say you could get direct, newsstand stuff, even when it was like only 10% of the run, or 1% of the run. And that's not a lot. Here's Marvel Double Feature, which of course reprinted out the early 60s Tales of Suspense title that featured Captain America and Iron Man. But like this, sometimes you would get new original covers that were only done for Marvel Double Feature. This one's done by Jack the King Kirby, 30 cents, number 19. Jack Kirby, Captain America, almost doing a Spidey walk away with the Red Skull there, and Sharon Carter and Bucky and Nazis, I guess, there in the bottom. I gave $5.98 for that, so don't know, might have picked that up on eBay. Dark Strange Fate. This was when Marvel and DC kind of combined the amalgamated universe. Doctor Strange Fate. Doctor Fate and Doctor Strange combined into one character. Number one. I always love these mashups. Kind of a what if or DC uh, imaginary story, or what do they call it, Elseworlds. I gave $8 for that one. And one of my favorite artists, Scott McDaniel, he did a lot of he did Daredevil, he's done Elektra. So with some of his early stuff, he did a lot of Nightwing. That's when I really came to appreciate him in the trade paperbacks. This is Assassins. This is kind of like Deathstroke and Elektra combined, and I don't know about the other chick here, but quite interesting. You know, another one of those mashup amalgamated books. But I really like Scott McDaniel's artwork, how stylized it is. I gave $3.94 for that. 77 cents for this great Detective Comics, number 826. Joker, I guess that's Joker. Hard to tell when he doesn't have green hair. And Robin tied up, so bondage cover. And if it's all tied up like that, how come you got to keep a gun on him and then look to drive? You're looking away. What are you going to do? If he starts moving around, you're going to fire blindly or what? I don't know. And Plastic Man, I like when just happen to have Plastic Man in the house. Yeah, nice. I like that. Plastic Man number 1. This is from February of 2004. And Mona Lisa. Kind of take off. 77 cents. Plastic Man. This was a fun, this had some really nice covers in this, and I like the play, cartoonish, played it up cartoony. And that I don't mind, when they kind of make it semi-serious and, Woozy never looked, he looked like a cartoon character, but everything else. This is kind of a key issue. This has been going up in value of late because there's been some talk not the Midnight Suns, Rise of the Midnight Suns. This is number 31, Ghost Rider. This still poly bag, so it has the printed on poly bag. You kind of hate to take it out of the poly bag because it has the flaming skull on it. But Ghost Rider 28, Spirit of Vengeance 1, Morbius 1, Darkhold 1, Night Stalkers 1, and Ghost Rider 31, which this is, has bonus poster in each issue of those. And this is Adam Kubert and with Joe Kubert inks. So father and son. Kind of hard to tell because it does have the Ghost Rider poly bag and all that black, flamage. His skull here kind of interferes with the image. And it might, I don't know if that's the first appearance of Lilith or whatever or not. I know it's the first Midnight Suns and it's starting to go up in price. But that one's still polybagged with the poster in it. 77 cents for that. Can't beat that. The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl. Now, that's binary, which means this issue is number 11. As you can see the numbering on here, digital edition. Dr. Octopus and Venom behind her. So it's got that going for it. See the binary number there? And they explain it's issue 11. Squirrel Girl. Yeah. Okay. 77 cents for that one. Daredevil number 1. For whoosh. Yeah. Is it Sean Lee cover? Sam Nee? I don't know. From 2013. One of his gave 77 cents for it. One of his new series. Down to 2 people. Well, maybe we'll get some more. not everybody appreciates comics, and that's fine. Nightwing, I had to get a couple of copies of this. This does have breakage of color, like it was almost like a subscription copy folded down the middle. Kind of hate that. Only I gave 8.18 for it too, but it's the first new costume, you know, for Nightwing, first appearance of the new costume in the new 52. Um, so kind of a key issue for that. Um, and this one's signed, gave less for it, and it's in better condition by four. Gave $4 for it. I guess Eddie Burroughs. I'm not sure these signatures. Eddie Burroughs cover, um, but yeah, signed down here. I hate that you can't read it. It is dated. I do like that. It signed it in 2013. Put a little -13 there. This is number 3, Nightwing. And I've read this in trade paperback form, actually, I think, and it was pretty good. Another Eddie Burroughs cover. Nightwing. I think explores maybe a little bit of the origin of things of Nightwing, of Robin. Had an interesting villain, I remember. Lorenzo's still watching. Yep. Well, I appreciate that. And we're back up to 4 people. People dip in and come in and out, and who knows. This is Ant. This is 1F, the F cover, from 2004. First series by Arcana Comics. This is a Gully cover who created Ant when he was in prison, as a matter of fact. This is kind of an interesting story, and on YouTube, just look up Gully, Gully, and put Ant in the search as well, Ant, and there's some interesting documentary on him. Of course, Ant as a character, a female character, I should say, uh, is owned by Eric Larson, and this is kind of like the F cover, the sketch cover that's kind of more limited, I believe. Gave $5.85 for that. And then the same cover with a little difference, little color up here in the logo. And Gully he also did Treasure Island. I collected Ant, but really didn't know the story. And after seeing that, I kind of collected some more Ant. This is the 1C cover and I bought these from my comic shop. Still has a sticker on there. Let's see. Another difference from this. Well, it has the ants, but you can see the difference it's almost like they scanned it darker. Dark here because it was colored. I don't know, but there's definitely a difference. $5.85 for that. Batman, Zero, No Man's Land, Ground Zero. Gave 77 cents for it. It's a thick issue. No Man's Land ran for a long time. One of the longest running stories for Batman, for sure. Gave 77 cents for that. 77 cents for this one. Ultimate X-Men, #1. Classic cover. Wolverine. I always kind of like that, him sparking. Kind of his grunge look, or I don't know, goth look. What would you call that? His hair and stuff. Different look for Wolverine. Black Widow, #1. Agent, Avenger, Assassin. Yeah. 77 cents for that. Even though it says $4.95, I believe, on the tag. Need to replace some of these bags. I don't like to leave tags on there, but sometimes it's necessary. Like now, I really don't have This is the David Finch cover. Much supplies. I've been repurposing some. I do have some bags using old boards on them. David Finch cover. This is Batman, The Dark Knight, #1. Part of the New 52. Nice David Finch cover, 77 cents. Batman, The Dark Knight. #1. So same book, maybe. This is a Finch cover as well. Whoever did the coloring, though, really kind of gave it a marbleized, chiseled look. I don't know. I like the colorful ones. Yeah, a lot of the newer ones are going to be colorful. Batwoman, #1. Kind of interesting cover. Gave 77 cents for that. So you don't have to spend, even on newer books. And I do like getting newer books for prices like that because, look, man, this came out in November 2011 and was $2.99, $3, and I got it for 77 cents. Still in brand new shape, no bends or anything. So Batman, The Heel, #1. This is from May of 2000. Looks like a gang war going on. And I got some older stuff too from that miniseries. This is #2 of 2. Great Galassi cover. It from Eclipse Comics. They were celebrating their 10th anniversary, 1988. So they had went from 78 to 88 at this time. Of course, Eclipse Comics is no longer around, but 77 cents for that wonderful Galassi cover. Miracle Man family. British hero. 77 cents for this one. Wonderful cover. This is #1 of the 2. So I have both of them. Nice to Leafitch, L-E-F or Leach. Not familiar with him but wonderful cover. So I have the 2 issues of Miracle Man family, which is kind of a take on Shazam or the old classic. He's got a rich history, and I don't pretend to understand it. I bought this when it came out, though. Miracle Man #3, Howard Chaykin cover, 75 cents, America's #1 superhero. Well, quality through Quality Comics and Eclipse Comics. Alan Moore wrote it, and Alan Davis. Did American Flag and other things. Studied under Gil Kane, of all people. Action Comics, John Byrne artwork with Dick Garagano inks. Don't know about on this cover. Inked it, but inside is definitely Dick Garagano. Action Comics #587. This came out in April 1987. And I picked up a bunch of these, maybe from that store, and then got some, got this one from Hastings probably. I don't know though. Fighting the Demon, Etrigan. Nice John Byrne cover. Okay, this is a different book, and you wouldn't know it, but it is. It's different. What's the difference? Direct came from a comic shop. The history of the DC universe is must reading. that was out there at that time, 1987, and Off the Stands, 1987. And this is the one you want to get. There's not that big difference in 87, 80, but this had 38% of the run. 1986 was half and half, roughly, on distribution. Half to the comic stores, direct, to the stores, and half on the stands. Then in 1987, which is this year that this book came out, the stands start losing, and they're down to 38% of the print run. And by the late 80s, early 90s, it's like 10% of finding these out on newsstands. So this is a little bit shorter run. Iron Man annual, guest starring X Factor, nice Walt Simonson cover from 1986, the year that they were Marvel was celebrating its 25th anniversary, as it says up here in the corner box. Number 8, Iron Man annual number 8. That's kind of when he went with instead of gold, he had a sort of silver and red armor. And the Beast, my favorite character. Gave $1 for that. Nice 50-cent Iron Man here from December 1980. Maybe Joe Rubinstein cover. Not sure on that. Looks like Joe Rubinstein artwork to me. Of course, he could have inked over somebody else. But probably Joe Rubinstein cover. He's primarily known as an inker, but he did do, like, in the early 80s, he did Hercules, a series on Hercules that was really nice. Really brought Hercules to my attention. Here's a Bob Layton. Well, maybe it's Bob Layton. What issue was that? This is 141. This is 146. Yeah, it's probably a Bob Layton cover. Did I say Bob Layton? I was saying Joe Rubinstein, right? Both inkers. But yeah, Bob Layton, because this one's signed Bob Layton, and I bet it's the same artist. Going up against the Whip. This is, says May 1981. And I don't know about these little stars that they put on there, that they print on there, if there's any significance to that, but I do have more than this that have them on there. I don't know if that's a distribution thing that they did, and I just happened to get the one that they stamped. I don't know. Gave $1 for that. But I do have some issues with that, and maybe it's just a kid having fun with the stamp. I don't know. Maybe the pharmacy did it. I didn't look at the barcode. You always need to look at the barcode. Yeah, this come off the stands. So this is 81. Most of them came off the stands at this time. So this is not, any rare. In fact, I would want the direct one that came from the comic store in 1981. It might be a little rare because there weren't that many comic shops at that time. This one is a little older. It's from Iron Man 198, featuring the untold origin of Obadiah Stane. Now, he was in the Iron Man movie. Obadiah Stane was. Two Iron Men in action together for the last time. Okay. His older uniform there. Probably. So I don't know. This could be kind of a key issue at one time. Not his first appearance, probably. $1 for that one. This is a 1996 issue, celebrating their 25th issue, a year anniversary. Just want to make sure. Copyright says 1985. See, that's wrong, but this is April issue. I guarantee if you look in it, it'll be 1986. because that was their anniversary year. They just were lazy on changing the copyright. So even up into April on some of these. I got to go eat. So real nice stuff today. So have a good day. Really like that Alien Pez. I think that's what it was. Alien Pez. Iron Man. Now this is interesting. Instead of authority code, they put Captain America's head in there, as done by John Byrne. I would say used to have that piece of artwork. Sadly, it's gone forever. This one is 1986, August, so they've changed the copyright on there by now, and it is correct, 1986 issue. Let's see, DT and SW. DT. I don't know. Still with the red and silver armor. Looks like he's going up against Morgan Le Fay. Gave $1 for that. Some 80s Copper Age goodness. Iron Man 211, October 2086. Going up again, this is Alex Savaku, Saviuk. I always have trouble with his name, but going up against the Living Laser. He kind of became an interesting character out in Iron Man. Gave $1 for that, $1 for this one. Iron Man 2, 24, November 1987. Some of Iron Man's Rogues Gallery. Does have a breakage of color across here, a fold you can see. Goes right across that black and that purple. You can see the breakage of color. Black is very good about showing those breakages of color. So not one you'd really want to get graded unless it was just special to you. Gave $1 for that. This is Captain America, early July. And we like 4th of July issues for Captain America, right? 1991. The barcode. Here's Captain America 3888 Ron Lim cover with the barcode. So this is 10% of the run at this time to get it off the stands. So that's a nice book to pick up for $1 because it's lower print with the barcode. And people will pay a higher premium for that barcode because there's less of them out there. It's a variant. Okay, here's another Ron Lim, number 391, and Paladin. Paladin made it into this stratagem storyline. This is 5 of 6 in that. Got the John Byrne Captain America, him celebrating 50 years at that time. Nice Ron Lim cover. Direct copy for $1. I'd much rather have it in a barcode that had been on the stands. But that's nice too. This one is a barcode. And this is After the Storm storyline. And who did the cover? Oh, Levins. I'm not sure about Levins. From 1992. And nice because it come off the stands. 10% of the run right there. 10% for $1. That's where I'm going to make out good on my collection when I sell it. This is another Savaku, Alex Savaku cover. Spider-Man number 2, Spider-Man Adventures, I should say, going up against the Scorpion, based on the animated series at the time. He did war comics back in the day. Alex did. but I knew him from drawing Spider-Man. But way back in the day, he was one of the big ones, like Joe Kubert, that did war comics. Spider-Man 2099, very nice cover by St. Pierre, and Paul Motti did the inks on it. Number 26, kind of ruffled. It needs to be pressed. I believe this is the Off the Stands. So this is probably a pretty good book too, as far as that's concerned. Gave $1 for it. Of course, he makes his appearance in the Marvel Universe movies, and these things are going to go. His first appearances anyway are going to go up in the short term. I mentioned this the other day with Major Disaster. The Computers That Saved Metropolis, starring the TRS-80 computer whiz kids. Those things would run so slow and couldn't even get on the internet nowadays. But compliments of Radio Shack, the biggest name in little computers. Not anymore. Radio Shacks went out. Alex Ross cover. Alex Ross. Ross Andrew cover. Going up against Major Disaster. This is Superman's last heroic act. After he blows away the tornado, he won't be able to think straight. And why is that? I guess you got to read it to find out. So a promo giveaway from Radio Shack with Major Disaster going up against, that's the villain, going up against the TRS-80 computer whiz kids and Superman. Ross Andrew cover. Gave $1 for that. And your little free Detective Comics number 27 special edition, which does, I think, reprint Detective Comics 27 in it. Of course, he's kind of breaking through the original cover here, where he first made his first original appearance. I really like those. Picked up more than one. Space 1999, Joe Staten cover, number 2. It is written on here by Mark Steele, 320. Only he knows what that means. But, yeah, Charlton Comics from the mid-70s, Space 1999. And you can see where he wrote on it. But, hey, this is probably my only copy, so I treasure it. Love the logo. Love the show. Gave $1.69 for it, even written on. Weird War Tales. Now, I had or have, I don't know if I've sold it, Nazi cover, Nazi gorilla cover. This is Jim Starlin cover. Even has Starlin written on the brim here, the Nazi helmet, right underneath the swastika. How cool. Would You Dare Defy the Primate Platoon? Weird War Tales, number 89. Primarily know Jim Starlin from Marvel, but he worked for DC too. This is a book I had to wait to find. I actually bought a print first when listing it, and finally found one on eBay. Some of these weird wars like this, the later issues, are a little hard to find. Jim Starlin cover. And right on the brim here is written Starlin. But I have a print of this as well, because that's the only thing I could find. A reproduction, a poster of this cover. Couldn't find the book for a while. Couldn't find the book. Some of these are harder to find than others. Gave $15.49 to get it, to sell with my art piece, which I may or may not have. I may have sold it by now. Yeah, Tree Goblin, that is cool. Avengers, great George Perez cover, one that I bought as a kid for 35 cents. Wish the condition was a little bit better on it around the staples here. It's George Perez, Austin Inks, my favorite inker, I think. Avengers 173, and then there were none. Yeah. Hercules and Yellow Jacket and Black Widow. I don't know, man. I get tired, and it's like I got to think all these things. Captain Carrot. Now I like that. Multiverse #1. Cosmic Neighborhood Watch. Green Arrow sure looking a little different. Discount the black Superman, but yeah, I mean multiverse. So anything goes. Captain Carrot and his amazing zoo crew. I don't know what this multiverse was about, but with anything with Captain Carrot in it, hey, I'm down for it. I like it. Okay, $2.02 for that. The Multiverse Society of Superheroes. Conquerors from the Counter World. So kind of like what if type stuff. In this issue, can Dr. Fate and the SOS thwart an invasion from a nightmarish parallel planet? And it looks like they're going up against zombies. Need to have Dr. Fate using firearms for once. I bet these were interesting reads. I'd like to get some more of them, the ones I don't have. $2.02 for that. Old Pulpville, you know. Hey, Citizen 333. I've been trying to catch your videos. Sometimes I sadly have missed them, or they're you know, but I have been trying. Now I like this IDW because I really liked what Cartoon Network was doing in some of the cases like Johnny Bravo and stuff. Super Secret Crisis War #1 from Cartoon Network. This is cover B, #1. As the Cartoon Network's characters on there, like the Vilgax, I think that is from Ben 10, and this is from the Samurai story and stuff. Gave 60 cents for that. I was glad to get these when Hastings went out. This is #2, Super Secret Crisis War, with the Powerpuff Girls and Ben 10 and Dexter and just all the folks. Yeah. Love these. I'm going to sit down and read these at one time. I've got to make sure I have all of them. It'd be great. They probably have that in trade paperback, actually. That'd be the way to read it. #3. Then you can leave your originals in original condition. Boarded and bagged, nice and safe. Evil Powerpuff Girls? 30 cents for that. 30 cents for that one. 60 cents for this one. So I paid different prices for them. This is #4 of Super Secret Crisis War. The poor Powerpuff Girls. What will they do? Dexter. We haven't seen Johnny Bravo, but he's coming up. Super Secret Crisis Wars, The Grim Adventures of Andy. This is a one-shot from IDW. With the death character there. Fun comics. IDW's generally gave 30 cents for that one. Done some nice stuff. It's just that they're so heavily in debt, probably over $70 million in debt. One shot again, Super Secret Crisis War, Johnny Bravo. Yeah, it talks like Elvis. Featuring the squirrel and Hot Mamas, which was he was always getting slapped around by Johnny Bravo. Yeah. Gotta love it. Now, I gave a whole whopping 8 cents for this one. This is a one-shot. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Still part of the Crisis War, the Super Secret Crisis War. So it was nice that they did one-shots as well as the series. 8 cents. Spider-Man Unlimited, number 9. Going up against the Shocker. Yeah. I have a character, a hero, though, a pulp hero. His costume kind of reminds me of the Shocker's costume. I didn't base it on the Shocker, but that's kind of what, maybe it's the face mask, but Silver Boa. But Silver Boa is going to be a hoot when that comes out. The Sinister Six Strike. This is Ron Lim cover. Love the Scarlet Spider. I guess that's Kane in the background. I like the Unlimited books. They were a little bit more expensive, $3.95 at the time. The Mark of Cain, part 5 of 5. So this is the conclusion to that story. And Spider-Man Unlimited number 7. I would say another Ron Lim cover. 2 Titanic Tales featuring Spidey and his clone, which would be the Scarlet Spider, each in solo action, plus an all-new tale of Mary Jane. What, are they going to smoke marijuana? Just wondering. We know that not to be true. Gave $1.02 for that one. Maximum Carnage, the awesome conclusion. This is Spider-Man Unlimited number 2, the explosive finale of Marvel's wildest crossover. Face to face with Carnage and Venom gets the winner. Ron Lim from 1993. Maximum Carnage conclusion issue. Gave $1.02 for that. $4.65 for this one. Bought this one off eBay, I'm sure, just because of the cover. Brand new. Day, The Amazing Spider-Man, number 561. Great torn up collage-like cover artwork that they did, even with the logo and everything. Nice retro-looking Spidey here. Just a nice overall cover. Had to have it, even for $4.65. What was the cover price on this? $2.99. I guess it got ripped off. Oh well. I'll eat it. Amazing Spider-Man annual number 2. I would say Ron Friend's cover, maybe with okay, so we got a signature there. Sometime he had Butch Geist doing the inks on it. A Scorpion Takes a Bride, but it's J. Jonah Jameson, scripted by Stan the Man Lee. So he actually scripted this one. Spidey in his black costume up here in the Ditko box, and yes, the ominous blacked out Amazing Spider-Man annual logo there, reflecting that. This being from 1984, annual number 18. 1984, I was a senior in high school, graduated in 84. And so did Billy Tucci. $2.88 for that, and $7.74 for this. IDW Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 57, part of their art series. Of course, the Mona Lisa Raphael. Now, why didn't they do Leonardo with his sword? Because Leonardo did the Mona Lisa. Oh, well, still a nice cover. And these are kind of hard to find. I was looking up art things. I think I came across these about the same time. There's another copy. Gave $8.74 for that one, 94, something like that. First appearance of Captain Carrot and his amazing zoo crew, $2.60. Could be in better shape. It's a little stained. Bought this when it came out. George Perez cover. Yeah. But 16 pager within New Teen Titans. Number 16, the first preview pull out of, don't want to pull it out, of Captain Carrot. key issue. Get it while you can. Army of Darkness from Dynamite Comics. Werewolf cover, like the ghost here, too. Interesting characters. Army of Darkness, $3.99 cover price. I don't know. It doesn't say. There's a chainsaw behind him. Do you like Army of Darkness? Gave $5 for this one. Batgirl. This is number 35. Part of the, they used to do Adam Archer cover. They used to do, what was it? The giveaway, the boxes they would send you. This is Legion of Collectors. It's polybagged in plastic still. Funko Pop look to the characters. Purg, number 5 from Lightning Comics. I have a few more of his. Not in this box. Ant-Man Prelude. This was new out on the stands when I got it. Limited series. This is 2 of 2. Black, sensitive, Prelude to the Ant-Man movie. I gave $2.99 for it, and so I gave cover price for it. Had to have it. Photo cover from the movie, which is all digital. I really wouldn't call that a photo. Could be partial photo if the background is real. But that Ant-Man ant's not real. But black. Love Ant-Man. One of Marvel's first superheroes. And this is number 1 in the 2-issue Prelude. Just his outfit sitting there. Black, sensitive. Well worth cover price, though, to find out what goes on. And I still haven't read it before the Ant-Man movie. I thought it was pretty neat that they did a prelude to go, a story to go with the movie. Swamp Thing number 1, part of the new 52 run. $2.99 for it. Swamp Thing. Which, paid cover price for that. But hey, it was back issue, and I was catching up on what I'd missed. Swamp Thing number 3, No More, Lives Forever. Annual. This is the annual number 3. Different look to Swamp Thing there. A lot of times, if it doesn't have a price on it, I'm pretty sure I gave cover price for it. And then I thought, I really need to even write down even if I just gave the cover price. So I do now, but I didn't always. Swamp Thing. This is a great book to get. I have a signed Tom King who wrote it, graded, that I showed a long time ago when I first started streaming about 3 months ago, up there. I have the second printing of this too. I gave $8.90 for it. The cover price was $7.99. Swamp Thing annual or winter special, really. Swamp Thing winter special, 80-page giant. Len Wein's final work in comics. Right here, Swamp Thing. And of course, Len Wein was known for Swamp Thing. And this in it pictures Wolverine and the Hulk as well as a tribute. So how many DC comics has had Wolverine and the Hulk in it? You need to get this. It will go up in price, I predict. Len Wein's last work in comics with a character that he's known for. Wonderful cover. 80-pager, thick. And got 2 Marvel characters in there. Of course, he was, wrote Wolverine's first appearance, right? So they put Wolverine and Hulk in there as part of a tribute. I guess Marvel let them do that. Very rare Marvel crossover because generally they don't do that anymore. Uh, 100th anniversary. See, that's a riff because, DC's having, I don't know what all that was about, but I know it was probably because DC, is older than Marvel, older than Timely, and got started sooner. And they have anniversary things. So Marvel comes up with these crazy anniversary things. But Avengers #1, 100th anniversary. We have the Man's Moloids there climbing to get them. Beta Ray Bill cover. Don't know what's going on with this hammer here. It's lit up like it's hot, or first time I've really seen it like that. Okay, 366 for this one. First appearance of Night Force. They could really do something with this team. I try and pick this up when I find it. I think this is a key issue. First appearance of the Night Force, #1. Gene Colan, Dick Garagano. I read it. I loved it, as a good read back in the 80s. Good read. Great logo with the skull there and Force. Together again, Marv Wolfman and Gene Colan. First issue spectacular. Yeah. Issue, I would pick that up. Night Force #1. Generally can pick it up for fairly cheap. Still have not seen the Ant-Man films. Worth a watch. Probably #1 for sure. You'd be safe with #1. I'd have to go back and really watch them to give you a honest assessment, citizen. Really. But I've enjoyed them. The one where they shrink down, he retrieves his wife and stuff, not so much. But the first one I think was probably a fun romp. They got size differential, gags in it and stuff that happens to him. I think #1's solid. So you're probably pretty good with the Ant-Man, with the first Ant-Man film for sure. Nice painted cover on this one. Avengers Assembled. This is the B cover, #2 variant cover to this one. A little loose on the painting, but it's kind of nice. Got the big 3 there from the Avengers. Don't see very many painted covers. Used to with Dale and Gold Key, but not so much with Marvel or DC books. Cool. I trust your opinion. I'll check it out. Cool. We looked at Wonder Woman 219. This is guest starring Batman. Nice logo. I like that. This is after she broke the neck of Maxwell Lord and killed him in the previous issue. I showed yesterday her 219. She was battling Superman on the cover, and I have that in a direct copy and a this came out what year? 2005. And I have it in a rare newsstand, and I got it at Hastings when it was on the spinner. It just looked interesting. I picked it up. It turned out to be a key issue and was a newsstand edition. This is a direct, if too bad I didn't go back and find this issue in the newsstand. At Hastings in the early days, around this time, you could still pick up some newsstand, and that would have been 1% of the run. That's very minuscule. 1% of all of the books published had the newsstand. Not very many newsstands, like Hastings was probably the biggest. And I've gotten two. I've got a Captain America, and I've got Wonder Woman #219 like that and I know where I got them, Hastings, when they had the spinner rack. $5 for this. Second appearance, another key issue you need to get while it's cheap. Second Nightwing appearance. Gave $4.49 for this. George Perez cover too. Tales of the New Teen Titans. Tales of the Teen Titans. Okay, no new in there. But number 45 from August 1984. So need to get this one. Second appearance of Nightwing, and maybe the issue after it. Or I don't know, they did an annual that year too. That may be, you know. The issue before this, issue 44, first appearance of Nightwing, Robin turns into Nightwing in the first Nightwing costume, going to be worth some money. And, if you can afford that, buy that, but that's a cheap pickup, the second appearance of Nightwing. Superman, 80-page giant, number 1. Dan Jurgens and Brett Breeding cover. This is from February 1999. Only 2 years I was doing mission work here in the States, but I was doing mission work and I didn't collect comics. I thought comics were going off the rails in the late 90s somewhat. Some of the stuff they were publishing even back then. So I stopped collecting for like 2 years. In 1999 and 2000 were the 2 years. This came out in 1999, 80-page giant. Dan Jurgens and Brett Breeding cover. $5 for it. And original price to it was $4.95. So I got it for cover price. Less, actually, if you count tax. Ha! Superman, 80-page giant, number 2. This came out in June of 1999. I try and collect I gave $5 for that one too. Gave $7 for this one. This is part of that art series. Just a wonderful Wolverine cover. And Cyclops is there in the snow too with the Sentinels. Miss Marvel number 38. Look at the red glow from Cyclops's visor in the snow. It's kind of nice touch. Spider-Man magazine. I got most of these magazines when I bought that comic store out. I don't think this was one. I bought this fairly recently. Why? Because I had the production cover artwork to it. I have this cover, probably still do, up for sale on eBay. Number 4, if it hadn't sold. This is Spider-Man magazine number 4, 96 big pages in these things. The Slithering Cobra, the Brutish Mr. Hyde, the original X-Men, Morbius the Living Vampire, Sandman and the Enforcers, the Blazing Human Torch, all in one 96-pager. Oh, yeah. I've got the production artwork to that cover. Kind of nice. Who did the... I'm not sure right offhand who did the cover to that. Oh, and I had the cover to this. Probably still have it up for sale. Flash. No, not that Flash. Number 329. Gorilla Grodd cover. Gave $7.44 for that. And I'm not, Carmen Infantino cover. And early 80s, and gave nearly $8 for it. But you got to figure in shipping too. It's better to buy these things in lots if you can. This came out in January 84. They printed on there, I'll believe it. If it's just going by the copyright, I'm going to call foul sometime. Usually they have it changed by March, but we saw one today that they hadn't changed copyright, and it was April issue. He Lives, He Prowls, Spider-Man, number 1. This came out in 2000. Artwork by Kyle, whoever Kyle is, but very stylistic and nice. Spider-Man and Dr. Octopus, actually with tentacles. Huh. Kind of nice. 57 cents. Really nice. Ha! He shoots, he scores. Fantastic Four, Marvel's Greatest Comics. Yeah. The Mad Thinker and his Androids of Death. This came out, I don't see a month. It says 1978 on the copyright, so I'll go with that. A lot of black there. I don't know if this is printing, rubbing, or what here. Could be printing. Could be originally printed this way. Of course, this, Marvel's Greatest Comics, reprinted the old Fantastic Four. But I want you to see this. This is probably inking error, printing. There in the green, mostly up here, right where the green starts, his collar and the hair, and in his hair are some spots. No, right there's the collar begins. You see a spot, and then maybe down in his hair, there's more spots, and then big splotch right here. I believe that's done in printing. So I don't think they would count that much off for it, but it is pretty, and it may be, where something got on it. I think it was probably done in printing, just a bad printing because it's like you see the dots that kind of run in a row here. So yeah, and it's a reprint book, but nice. Did I give you a good look at the cover? I mean, a lot of black up here too. Jack Kirby cover, of course, originally featured in the Fantastic Four. Another Jack Kirby cover, 1977, number 76. World War III. Wrap Sue up so she doesn't fall to her death and die. Old Ben Grimm's on his own. Pogo plane going down. Gave $2.21 for that. Another great Jack Kirby cover. Number 74 from 1977. Now, I believe I might have had the original Fantastic Four cover to this. Production acetate. Not to the greatest world, but to the actual Fantastic Four. Loving all these covers. Yeah. Man, there's some good ones. Black all around. Number 69, this from 1976. And like it, the day I came back after missing a couple of days, check that one out if you like old Fantastic Four, because I show you the original Fantastic Four covers like this in the lot of Fantastic Four in that box. This is number 72. The skull takes a slave. The scroll. I think I said the skull. 1977. They print the black on dark. You can hardly see it. Yeah, a little corner damage there, but still nice. Thing being knocked out by the scroll. For a couple bucks. Number 68. Now, they're not printing the year for this one. But, 70s anyway. Great Doctor Doom cover. Menacing. You don't see that much in comics where the villain is huger, bigger than the heroes and lording over them like this. It's a great Jack Kirby cover on reprint or the original. Wonderful. In one of my books, I will get that on there somehow. Got to have a good villain. Your hero is only as great as your villain. Think about it. Do we care about Obi-Wan Kenobi or Luke Skywalker if there's no Darth Vader or Evil Emperor? You know, it's only as good as your villain. Number 66. And that's something I need to work on. Another Jack Kirby cover. Of course, these are reprinting all the Jack Kirby and Stan Lee ones. They did over 100 issues together. So, it's good reading. Good Bronze Age books all in themselves. This one I showed. I know. Number 65, the original, the other day. With the fist coming down. So it's nice that I have these to go along with the original Fantastic Four. One of my favorite covers of all time, really. Crypt of Shadows, number 12. 25 cents. Now, I don't think I ever saw it on the stands. If I had, who knows? I might have bought it. But I never did. What nameless evil lurks in the Crypt of Shadows? Does death still live behind the locked door? I wish I could tell you who did the cover. Really don't know. I had to look that up and get back with you. But come on, folks. See the skeletal hand, all that scene from the perspective of in the skeleton skull. What an awesome, iconic cover that just many people have not seen. And I would like to get this in higher grade because it's just such a great cover. I gave $2 for it. Very true. Good point about heroes and villains. Very true. Yep. Previews, Secret Wars, Alex Ross cover. Featuring the End and Infinity Gauntlet there. Worth picking these up. I used to buy the previews because, at that time you couldn't buy this one was free. It says free preview. But for $1.25 at Hastings, I'd pick the previews up, not the big catalog, which was more expensive, but I'd pick this up. If nothing else to show me what was out, and I'd just collect those. And some of that freebie stuff and stuff, that you buy on the cheap. I know the one with Miles Morales on the cover. That proves my point. That's an expensive one, and it would, could have been bought on the cheap at the time. Sadly, I don't have that one. Previews number 12 because Civil War. Yeah, Spidey going to behead Captain America with his own shield. I think Hercules tried that once on a cover. They never succeed. Civil War 2. This is number 11 previews. The Fallen and the Accused. So dark, but black, sensitive, thick. Great resource to show you what was out at the time, And this is number 10. Hulk, giant Hulk. It's interesting. The Hulk generally isn't this huge. To Iron Man, when you see him in an Avengers thing, if he was, he'd be like Giant Man. He couldn't fit in the picture in most cases. It's interesting how certain artists make him larger than, and maybe he's Planet Hulk Killer. I didn't notice the skull at first on the Crypt of Shadows. Yeah, that's awesome. You're looking through his eyes, his nose, and his mouth. Yeah, it is. It's great cover. Here's number 9. $1.25. For $1.25, these are thick, man. Is Marvel Comics Wood and the rest of the publishers just live in it? Okay. 2016. Yeah. Just for you, brother. Just for you. I will go back and we will look at that again. That's a great cover, man. 25 cents. Originally. Number 12. Good one to add to your collection. And I need a better copy than this, actually. And put it in a bag. And I've got some bags now that I've put, I'll redo this when I put them up. I want to say probably John Romita Sr. probably did the inking. I'm not sure on that. And it almost looks like Nick Carty. I go by the faces, you know. Very Kirby-like hand here, but it's not Kirby. I mean, if you look at the hand, very Kirby-like hand. So I'm going to take a guess and say Larry Lieberman. Maybe not. Larry Lieberman was Stan Lee's brother, and he also drew. But yeah, just you get it back, you can see the skull really, pretty prominent. But yeah, I mean, it's something how your mind goes to their expression and what's happening and whatnot, and you kind of overlook this at first, you know. But yeah, great cover. All that for $2. Of course, this is controversial, and I think it's a bad move on their part. Making Steve Rogers, Captain America, I don't know if it was in this, but a Hydra agent, Hell Hydra, a Nazi, number 8. I don't know if went back to the triangular shield. Some of that's okay, but yeah, I mean, let's face it, everybody loves the round shield like that, throw and hit. Great device, But the way, Kirby and Joe Simon first thought out the character, they went with the triangular shield. So that is his original design. Previews, number 7. I think the reason they gave him a round shield was Pep Comics had the shield. And they were going, oh, that looks too close, and they didn't want to get sued. So they went to the round shield, I think. Previews number 7 with T'Challa, Black Panther, number 1. Looking all beefcake there. Almost done. Free previews, Monsters Unleashed. Yeah, I'm going to get a bunch of these. With Monsters Unleashed, get Fang Foom there, and Devil Dinosaur, and all the Marvel heroes. Did you read the Marvels Unleashed? And another one. Marvel Triple Action. Marvel Triple Action started out with different stories, reprinting, but it soon switched to the Avengers, and that was my earliest comics. I didn't enjoy them as well as the current run, but anything Avengers I wanted to read, and that did help me on reading the older stuff that was put out in the 60s that I wasn't as excited about, but it helped me learn about the characters. But Marvel Triple Action didn't start out with the Avengers. Here's Marvel Triple Action number 4, 20 cents. You miss Thing, and so you die. Dr. Doom, The Thing, Silver Surfer. Read, we're too late. All this action in the Silver Surfer 2, the peril and the power. I would say John Buscema cover. If I had to take a guess, I think that's a pretty good guess. It's John Buscema. I don't know who did the inks, but John Buscema cover. Nice Marvel Triple Action 20 center, number 4. Silver Surfer and Dr. Doom. Come on. Angel and Faith, season 9. I hate when they do that. This isn't TV. It's comics, but season 9, number 5. Never watched it. Angel and Faith. Put that right. Oh, I think I was out of order. Really doesn't matter that much. Put them in the wrong spot, Abigail. Should be putting them over here. One memento, please. I have these photographs, so I have to keep them in the right order. If I want to find them someday, try to anyway. Angel number 17. Did it like a magazine cover. That's kind of innovative. Kind of like People magazine or something. Gave 30 cents. Didn't give a lot for these. Here's IDW issue. Very small. Bad branding. Number 24. This is cover B. I'm getting ready to show you cover A too. IDW was celebrating 10 years at that time. Angel. One iteration of that cover. And then the other iteration. There. Nice pleasant face. And demonic face. Same artwork. Different face. It's kind of lazy, actually. 30 cents. Mm-hmm. 25 cents for this one. Never watched it. Never did. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Season 8, number 36. Last Gleaming. Never watched Buffy. Maybe an episode. Meh. Now, I have other people that love it, you know. John Byrne cover. John Byrne. He's done everything. Angel, Blood, and Trenches. I think that was set in World War I. Interesting. John Byrne cover. Got a wooden stake. Got vampires there in the background. Kind of like the Sentinels was on that one cover with Wolverine and Cyclops. It's better to keep them in shadow and glowing eyes, and although they really could have probably enhanced the eyes and had them glow. I haven't watched much of Buffy. Seemed cute though. Oh yeah, people were like, "Oh yeah, let me lick her stamp," you know. Lorenzo, yes. Angel, this cover A, number 37. So the main cover on that one was Spike. I do know his name. Of course, he'd go on and play all kinds of stuff. He was in Smallville. Continues to do a lot of stuff. Probably more than the main guy. Now, this is John Byrne, Angel versus Frankenstein. One shot from IDW. Paid 30 cents for it. Nice John Byrne. Never knew he did any of this. Never saw any of these things. Except when Hastings went out. And I guess I need to check the barcodes on these. I would think not intended for children under 13, IDWPub.com. I assume these are, these may be, I don't see, it doesn't say direct, so I don't know. I had to check those out, make sure the numbering's right. And there's a way to do that. Another John Byrne cover. This John Byrne Blood and Trenches, number 2. That's why I say it was set in World War I. So there's World War I soldiers there trying to kill the Angel. Angel of Death. John Byrne cover. Gotta love John Byrne. Him and Terry Austin and, did the best X-Men run. Number 3, of Blood and Trenches. Going full on. No, you're not going to stick that in me. IDW's put out some good stuff, but they're just so much in debt. Buffy sold stamps. No, but don't you wish? Another John Byrne cover, Blood and Trenches, number 4. Yeah, I'm going to slam him into a propeller, and looks like he's doing it, actually making contact there. But you know nothing's going to happen to him. Going to shred him. I kind of got a phobia about that, about being put into a spinning blade. I don't know. I wouldn't like that. Me, myself, and I. Imagine Agents. This was kind of a fun thing. This was one of 4. And I do have some special linking up stories with these characters. Kind of reminds me of Mighty Mascots that Alternate comes out with. I haven't read it, though. Okay, 35 cents for that, 50 cents for this one. This is number 2 of 4. Sort of a Raggedy Andy type, more busty. And she's got stitches like Frankenstein, so I don't know. Kind of scary. And number 2 of 4. Now, what was that one? I mean, this is from Boom Studios. I should have said that. 2 of 4. This is 2 of 4. I guess same view or maybe different run. Just different, maybe a variant cover. It doesn't say what, but down here, Ragdoll chasing those guys. That's kind of funny. Little kid confronting that bear type character, Shadow. More than meets the eye. Yes. And number 3 of 4. These had some nice covers on them from Boom Studios. That was the thing about, Hastings. I hadn't heard of Titan. I hadn't heard of Boom. A lot of these publishers, I had IDW, I had not encountered till Hastings went out, or I'd seen them before Hastings were going out at Hastings. So, this is a tragic loss. Gave $1.20 for this one. This is probably my favorite out of them. 4 of 4 as far as covers. This is an interesting character. You even have a man, a car, and all kinds of stuff sucked up in there, and a werewolf-like thing. I guess the Space Needle or whatever in Seattle. Climbing that, breaking it down, something. Well, that's it for this box. So till tomorrow, got any links? Drop them real quick. Take me a little drinky. Wow, we almost hit 2 hours. It takes a while to go through a box, but I hope you enjoyed the little gaming pieces. I do like that Black Manta. He's pretty cool with the trident and everything. They've been dueling down there while we've been doing this. And, the DVD recommendations, the tie babies, the, pieces, other stuff. Hope you enjoyed it today. Till tomorrow on this channel, we will see you later. And keep collecting. Bye, guys.